Cinta Double, right?
Right, Prof.
And the same with Bo Hate.
Right,
Is it
Prof.
the same? And the same with categories found in Goyang Lagi. Is it?
Yes, Prof.
Good. So in other words, you compare. Okay, but can you explain to us what you mean by this, apart from this? Sure, obviously, there is no text code switching found in your data, but can you give us example of this one then from the literature of what you mean by this uh, text code switching? You mentioned just now continuative, so pillars, and then you have idiomatic expressions. What else? Another one then? Ada 3 jenis code switching berkenaan dengan teks Anda katakan tadi. Satu,
Yes, interjection,
continuative.
Prof.
Yep,
Interjection.
interjections. Okay. So interjections, continuative or pillars, and then idiomatic expressions. Okay.
Right, Prof.
That three. Right. Dalam sumber data, dalam sumber literatur yang Anda miliki, bisa Anda berikan contoh?
Related to text switching, Prof.
Ya.
Okay, related to text switching, uh, I have some point from the uh, expert that this is also from PopFlag that I use. For example, uh, in terms of an expression, I'll call you later,
Mhm.
kan? That's if it is used in Indonesian. I
Ya.
will call you is English phrase, and then the interjection kan, ya kan, or kan, that is Indonesian words. That's the example, Prof.
Because tech covers various area ya. Tech itu mencakup area yang sangat luas. Ya. Therefore, it's very important for you to define or redefine what you mean by text. So it can be question text, it can be related to mood, and it can also be related to speech functions. So it covers a large area ya. Jadi text code switching itu mencakupi areal yang sangat luas. Jadi mungkin saja yang pada contoh literatur Anda itu mencakupi yang 3 itu saja. Tapi areanya sangat luas dan mungkin tidak eh, tidak terdeteksi di dalam data Anda. Okay. So I suspect that there is something is missing in data. Okay. Right. Now we move on to intersentential and intrasentential. Can you give us example?
Okay, related to intersentential. Intersentential, there
Yep.
is the code switching in which it happened between sentences. For
Example.
example,
Yeah.
it happened one in English and other one in Indonesia.
Mhm.
Uh, in this case, I'll give the example of intersentential. The example is, if you want to learn English, come
Mhm.
here lah. if you want to learn English, is the English and full in
English, okay.
English, and then come here lah, datang ke sini lah.
Mhm.
It's the second sentence mix or switch to Indonesian. That's the example.
Okay,
Or it may,
intrasentential.
yes, that can be intersentential.
Mhm. Intrasentential.
Intrasentential, it is related to the switch that happen in a sentence. It may be a word, it may be a phrase that happen in the same sentence, Prof. That's related to intrasentential. The example of intrasentential, we can see, we can say, uh, okay, students, I will start the teaching at halaman 6. As
Mhm.
for example, Prof. That's related to intrasentential, that the switch happen in the same sentence.
Okay, right. So, in other words, you can say that intersentential is related to the switch between clauses or between sentences, whereas yeah, jalan aja. Whereas intrasentential, that's within clause or within sentence, because the problem is we are talking about clause or sentence, okay? So sentence is related to written poem and clause related to grammatical unit, which is a very important element in code switching step. Good. Right. What did you claim for the novelty of your finding? Abipudin?
Okay, Prof. That's the novelty that I found in this research. There are two
Mhm.
novelty. That the first one related to the code switching, that I have a bit different characters that happen
Mhm.
uh, related to the theoretical framework from Poplack, that we have three types of code switching. That the first uh, text switching, the second one intrasentential, and then the third one intersentential. That in this case, I have found that the first one is phonetic fusion, Indonesian's dominant. What I mean here is that how the code switching happen in phonetic fusion uh, with Indonesian dominant. For example, from the words dikit-dikit. Dikit-dikit, uh, it happens in what we say, the phonemic fusion models. From the word dikit-dikit, the potential how Indonesian speaker often merge phonemes in casual speech that create a seamless blend of sound that might simplify communication or add colloquial flair. That in this case, affix from Aceh and Indonesia. And actually, the word dikit-dikit, in this case, why it is categorized into phonemic fusion, that's because actually it is not a Chinese word. Dikit-dikit is not a Chinese word. And also not Indonesian words. Uh, if it is Indonesian word, we'll say sedikit. Meanwhile, this word, dikit-dikit. And as I have told you, that dikit-dikit is not a Chinese word and also not Indonesian word, but it is used in the song. And then the second one, this is a very unique phonemic fusions that come from English, switch into a Chinese word. That actually this happened in the song that I have found some words. For example, the word happy to 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 to, to means senang or bahagia in Indonesia. Uh, and I also find, for example, the word cute. The word cute that mean manis in Indonesia is also found in the lyric of Berge song. The word cute is directly written with the letters key, E, and then U, and then T. Cute, directly written cute. Just like the word happy, they use the letter H, and then E, and then P, and then Y. Uh, so this is become a very different things that happen in code switching that I found in this research. And then the third one, the repetitions of the phonemic fusions also happen in the song that I analyzed. For example, the word dikit-dikit happens in times, for example, twice, dikit-dikit, dikit-dikit, like that.
Okay.
That's my explanation, Prof. That's the first novelty. And then the second novelty that it is related to the rule of code switching. As what has been explained by other researchers like Gampers, uh, Whaley, and Davis and Bentahila, in relevant to their studies that has had ever been conducted related to the rule of code switching, they has proposed some new rule of code switching that become different to what have other authors research. And in this case, in my research, that in which this code switching I observe that happen after the conflict era or in the post-conflict era that has very close relations to get the points of the rule of code switching uh, can be nationalization, in which in that times, has been explained just now in the Mena, I have ever explained just now in the gap phenomena that Indonesian had ever been forbidden by a Chinese separatist movement that time that become very confused for a Chinese people when they had to face the situation to use Indonesian language. We uh, in the conflict era. So
Recording
then
stopped.
in the post-conflict era, halo? Masih?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, because the lamp is off, Prof. Yeah, that in the post-conflict era, Indonesian had ever been forbidden. So in societies, in communities, it is very seldom or almost we never find that the people use Indonesian in Achinese that times. So the rule of code switching can have other rules, and in this case, two means nationalization or to unite Indonesians' integrity, to unite Aceh becomes again one of the province of Indonesia, and Acehese people that has ever been and in Aceh that has ever been forbidden to speak Indonesian, and by using uh, code switching used in the lyric of Berge song. Yeah. Record this.
Any problem there?
Yes, OP comes to record. Sorry, Prof, I repeat a bit that because of the situation in Aceh after conflict, many of Aceh's people use Berge song that's become very popular in Aceh, and it's because of it is because of the code switching used in the lyric, and it happened in all over Aceh province. That is in Aceh Utara, in East Aceh, in Banda Aceh, in West Aceh, up to South Aceh. It is very popular. That then it come to the point that code switching functions in Aceh as nationalization. Okay, Prof.
Did you say the light is off there, Pak Apip?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
the lamp is off. Keluar, Prof. Marin.
Prof.
Prof.
Amrin,
Marin also out from the Zoom.
Prof. Amrin,
Ya, keluar dari Zoom, Pak Rahman.
Iya ya.
Mati lampu di sini, Pak Rahmat.
Oh, makanya itu Prof. Amrinnya terkeluarkan dengan sendirinya. Atau sementara menunggu Prof. Amrin kembali, Prof. Minda mungkin bisa tawarkan ke Prof. Wayan.
Iya, iya mungkin ya, karena mungkin perlu waktu juga ya mereka di sana ya.
Iya.
Iya, kalau Prof. Wayan apa sudah di sini? Masih.
Ah,
Oke, Kak. I'm ready.
Tapi kalau misalnya
Sebentar,
nanti
Prof.
mendadak Prof. Amrin masuk, kita
Oke.
ini ya,
Good
kita tanya dulu.
switchingkan lagi.
Iya,
Izin Prof,
oke.
izin Prof,
Hmm.
saya sedikit mengabari, di sini kan mati lampu Prof.
Hmm.
Saya khawatir ini laptop saya nggak akan bertahan lama baterainya ini Prof. Gimana Prof?
Pakai HP lah.
Oh pakai HP.
Siapkan aja
Boleh
HP,
silakan.
tapi jangan dekat-dekat Pak posisinya. Nanti trouble. Ada yang bisa mengaturkan di situ? Biar kita mulai dengan Prof.
Betul,
Wayan.
baik, betul. Oke.
ya,
Ya,
setidaknya
oke, silakan.
Ya,
Pak Arifudin
internetku
pakai
tidak
2
stabil.
Zoom dia.
Heeh. Ya, silakan. I would like to invite Bapak Profesor Dr. Iwayan Dirgaya SEM. Time is yours, Pak.
Oke, thank you, Kakak Prof. Pak Afinuddin.
Yes, Prof. Wayan.
Oke. Sebelum memulai, saya mau melihat gaya kacamata Stevie Wonder itu dulu.
Astagfirullah.
Nah, kenapa harus pakai kacamata, Pak Afinuddin?
Saya kalau nggak pakai kacamata nggak bisa baca ini, Prof.
Itu kacamata sunglasses atau kacamata baca?
Ya, kacamata baca ini, Prof.
Okay, right. Pak Afinuddin, now let's
Ya,
start a little bit from the issue of Bergek song. Yeah, Bergek is a singer, yeah.
yes,
Hello,
Prof. Ya,
Bergek
halo,
is
Prof.
a singer or composer of the song?
Berge is the singer. The composer
Singer.
of the song is Mansur.
Yeah, so Bergek is just a singer, yeah. Yeah,
Right, Prof.
the song is written by Mansur, gitu ya.
Right, Prof.
Okay, make one first question. You says that Bergek song atau song written by Mansur is popular, gitu ya.
Right, Prof.
Among other songs.
Right, Prof.
Is it? Okay, how do you know it is popular? Can you give a data showing that Bergek song or song written by Mansur popular in Aceh during the era?
Yeah,
How do you
sure.
claim it is popular?
All right, I'll try to illustrate you a situation that after conflict time, that in the post-conflict era, but I mean, most of Chinese people, when they sing that song, wherever we go, whatever we are doing, when somebody sing, they will sing Berge songs. That's the time.
Yeah, it is still opinion, not a fact. Nah, itu ya. Jadi kalau you say it's popular, I don't believe it is still opinion. If I say like this, smoking is dangerous. If you just say smoking is dangerous, it's popular or it's common sense, not proof, not proving. How do you prove that smoking is dangerous? I give you an illustration. Let's say smoking is dangerous. 1,000 people smoking die 25% or 50% or 75%. That's the dangers of smoking. If you just say that Bergek song is popular and then songs by many people, it's still opinion, not fact. So again, to prove that Bergek song is popular, you need to have a data. Let's say, for example, studies show 50%, 70% of people of song sang by people in the era is Bergek song. I believe it is popular. Itu caranya kalau hanya mengatakan populer ya. Itu yang pertama. Kalau hanya itu still opinion, not fact. Oke. Gitu caranya memberikan data itu populer. If you just say popular songs by many people, it's still opinion. Can you give an illustration, a proof it is really popular? Of 20 songs, let's say, 75% people sang burger song. So that's, you say it's popular. Tuh, yang pertama. Ya gitu caranya memberikan data kalau populer. Kalau hanya itu masih opinion. Ya, itu floating. Itu yang pertama. Itu saran kalau mau memberikan. Sekarang saya mau ke research-nya dulu. Ini menarik nih Pak Abdul. You have 3 research data, is it?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. The first is what type of code switching can be found.
Right, Prof.
Yeah, it's a very simple question and easy to answer. And then you classify into 3 category of type of song, of code switching. Yeah, kan?
Right, Prof.
Okay. My first question: how many data you have regarding the code switching in the song?
Okay.
Itu harus dijawab dengan cepat itu.
Prof.
Ada berapa? Dari sekian lagu, ya, dari a number of song and a number of line, a number of word or sentence, how many code switches you found in your research?
Actually, I'm not counting how many occurrences, but the table in this list can show that in the first one we have 5 for intersentential text switching and 7 for intersentential. However, I'm not counting all because I don't answer the question how many in this case. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, even though you are not saying how many, if you say what type and then you get the numbers, itu sudah pasti. By numbers you classify the code switching into 3 categories. Of the first question data, you will continue to the second and to the following question. The very basic question, the very basic point that you have to draw in your research is the numbers of the data that uses code switching.
Okay, Prof.
Okay, it's very important karena you will see the trend. If you know the trend, you will analyze why it's one is more than the others. Why a single or typical code switching is not exist in the sound, say for example. Ya, di halaman di chapter 4 you have to draw the number of code switching. Karena I will continue to next following question.
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Yeah. So you have to draw the numbers. Karena dari numbers akan you analyze the following question, questions 2 and 3. Okay. Now let's start question number 2. Okay, number 2. Why did Daniel Pang sang by Burger use or contain code switching? My very important question. Who you what or who you use for source of data in order to answer question number 2?
To answer this question number 2, the data come from composer of the song.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got a question. So you interview the scriptwriter or the writers of the song. Ya, Mansur ya, itu ya. Okay.
Right.
When you say question number 3, why? So you should have a number of reasons. My question: how many types of reason why Mansur use good switching in this song? Okay.
I can hear.
Okay. Question number 2, you would like to find out reasons why Mansur use a typical code switching. And then the source of the data in order to investigate, analyze the reason you are interviewing Mansur. Ya, jadi gini. Makanya perlu data number 1 itu, and then you need to find out question number 3, answer number 3. Let's say for example, kata dikit-dikit di line ini, kenapa you menggunakan ini? Karena because of bla 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 bla. Makanya number data question number 1, question number 2 akan berdikari question number 2. So, kalau saya tanya how many reason, sekarang saya jawab. Saya tanya dulu how many reason. By number 2, how many reason why Mansur use a typical switching?
Yes. Of course, there are some reason.
Ya. Oke, coba dulu. How many? Jumlahnya. Jumlah dulu. Saya trace the following isu.
Recording in progress.
Mana Pak Lilin? Kita jawabnya dengan cepat dan tidak dapat.
Yes, bro. Yes. Of course. In this point, that become the reason of the composer. It has relations to the Hoffman theories.
Ada hubungannya karena itu Bapak mencari di lapangan bukan teori. Contohnya begini loh, cara mencari data alasan itu. Contoh ya, example. Ini let's say halaman 90 itu ada data. Kalau dikit-dikit ada DKE Babang. Ini kan dikit-dikit you katakan tadi switching ya.
Right, bro.
660.
Yes, bro.
Ya. Itu yang harus pertama ditanyakan kalau itu data pertama. Let's say we have to find out question number 1, number 2. Makanya you have a clear numbers of code switching. Let's say if you have 100 code switching in song, you harus bertanya 100 kali pertanyaan yang berbeda ya. Artinya kalau switchingnya sama 100 tapi sama berarti tidak sampai 100. Jadi kan gitu dia. Cara mendapatkan data yang pas untuk question number 2. Suppose that you have 100 code switching. Dari 100 itu ada 3 kategori. Berarti 3 kategori spread it different proportion, misalnya 30%, 35, and 40, let's say seperti itu. To find out answer number 2, dengan kata dikit-dikit tidak sama dengan, let's say bahasa Indonesia mungkin seperti jatuh gitu. Kalau jatuh bahasa Indonesia, kalau dikit-dikit juga you anggap bahasa Indonesia, tapi tidak formal, let's say seperti itu nanti konteksnya. Nah, you akan bertanya kenapa you menggunakan kata jatuh di sini? Kenapa you menggunakan kata dikit-dikit di lagu ini? Baru kamu alasan. Kalau you menjawabnya dengan teori, itu teori. Saya let's say seperti ini mungkin. Kenapa Bapak menggunakan dikit-dikit? Karena kata dikit-dikit itu enak didengar. Itu mungkin daripada menggunakan sedikit-sedikit. Kan begitu mungkin alasan si Mansur menggunakan kata dikit-dikit daripada sedikit-sedikit misalnya.
Ya, Prof.
Oke, Pak Firudin? Jadi question number 2 itu cara menjawabnya seperti itu. It could also be possible even though the same code switching types atau code switching features like dikit-dikit mungkin 4 kali digunakan di dalam lagu yang digunakan, mungkin reasonnya bisa saja berbeda. It could be different.
Yes,
Nggak
Prof.
bisa yuk katakan reasonnya adalah contextual factors dari mana? Apa contextual factors? Contextual factors, ya apalagi nih linguistic factors. Gimana mau mengatakan contoh linguistic factor? Tapi kalau jawabannya Pak Mansur, kenapa yang menggunakan ini? Karena alasan bahasa. That's linguistic factor. Pertanyaan apakah seperti itu? The answers of the Mansur. Gimana Pak Fit? You get the point?
Yes, Prof.
Oke ya. Jadi jawaban nomor 2 cek lagi itu. Sekarang question number 3. Bagaimana cara mendapatkan datanya ini? Question number 3. What is the rule of code switching? Apa peranan code switching?
Yes, Prof.
How you answer question number 3?
Question number 3 was answered from can you hear me, Prof?
Yes.
Sorry, can you hear me, Prof?
Yeah, I can. Okay, it works.
Hello, sorry, can you hear me, Prof?
Yes, okay. It works, Pak.
Okay.
Yeah. Question number 3. Gimana cara menjawabnya?
Right. Yes, to answer the third
Question number
question
3.
of the research. Yes. It is from the answer of the head of a Chinese traditional council looks interview.
So, again, how do you answer question number 3? Or in what way that you get the data for question number 3?
Enggak dengar, putus-putus. Putus-putus.
Pak Pinudin?
Yes, putus-putus, Prof.
Ya, enggak, sekarang enggak. Sudah lancar nih, seperti sudah jalan tol nih dari Aceh sampai Medan. Gimana itu? Jawaban nomor 3 itu, Pak Pinudin.
Ya, suara Pak Afifuddin cukup jelas terdengar oleh kita, tapi mungkin suara kami yang nggak jelas didengar ya Pak Afifuddin karena bermasalah dengan listrik ya, atau jaringan.
Gimana? Pak Pinudin kita?
Nggak bisa gangguan.
Enggak pakai ini aja, Abang pakai ini.
Pakai HP aja. Oke. Coba dekat
Itu dimatikan, itu dimatikan.
Ini.
Itu dimatikan.
Yang mana ini?
edit ini.
Afwan aja stop.
Stop share ya.
Oke.
Ya, volume